Hey everyone, today we're going to take everyone's favorite childhood comfort food, the grilled cheese, and make it a little bit more adult. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with a well-buttered skillet pan here. I probably used about 2 tablespoons of butter to get a nice coat on it. You can see we're starting to bubble up a little bit. We're at about just under medium heat on this. We don't want to burn the butter. We definitely don't want to toast the bread too quickly when we do this. So we're going to start with some sourdough bread, well buttered on each side, on the one side. Some cheddar cheese on one. And on the other, we're going to do 2 slices of Gouda. And with a slice of pepper jack right in the middle. I do the pepper jack on the side with the Gouda because the Gouda is a softer cheese. It'll take a little less time for this cheese to melt, so we can go a little bit thicker there. And now we're just going to be patient. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on each side. And now, like I said, we're just going to be patient. We get a little bit of sizzling. We should be about a good 30 to 45 seconds before we even need to look at these. We're going to look for a nice golden brown. We don't need it to be toasted all the way. We're just going to look for the top of the cheese to start to turn color. You'll see it to start to melt. It'll get a little bit darker. So once we see that, we can start checking the bottom. Alright, these have been on for about a minute. You can start to see some discoloration in the cheese on this side. That means it's starting to get a little melty, which is exactly what we're looking for. And we're going to slide this corner up here, take a peek. We've got a nice golden brown color there. So we're going to flip this one side over to here. Slide the whole thing into the middle where our heat's a little bit hotter. We're going to turn the burner down just a little bit. And now we're going to add just a little bit of butter. You don't want to go too thick because you don't want to ruin that crust on the bread. All we're looking to do is keep it moist, keep it from drying out, and when we flip it back over, we're going to add to that crust. We're going to wait about another 15 seconds and give it a flip. Alright, it's time for the flip. And we got a gorgeous, gorgeous golden brown. Maybe a little bit darker than we'd like. But again, we're going to give it another coat of butter on this side. And all that butter on there is just going to be flavor, add richness to the sandwich. You can see around these corners we're starting to get a little bit of melted cheese coming down, and that's perfectly fine. It's exactly what we want. I'm going to give another flip. You see this side's coming along real nice. A little bit darker on that side, and that's probably just from the pan not being completely centered on the burner here. Not a big deal. And once again, we're just going to do one more little light coat of butter here. On this one we're not going to wait very long because that other side's a little bit darker. One more flip like that. Always more butter. Now at this time we're just going to turn the heat off. There's enough heat on that pan now to melt and cook the rest of the way that we want. And we're getting really good cheese over here, melted. Beautiful. It's hitting the pan, and that's perfectly fine. It's nothing wrong with that. We're going to move this over to our cutting board. Just let that sit for a second. Alright. We've had this sitting on the cutting board now, I don't know, about 30 seconds. Let it cool down a little bit, let that cheese kind of settle in a little bit. And now it's time for the cut, and hopefully you guys can hear this on the camera, but we're looking for a nice crunch. Breaking through that top layer of toasted bread, and then ideally it's going to be nice and soft and chewy on the inside, but just that little bit of crunch on the outside. And I go triangles, always go triangles. Better for dunking if you're going to have soup. So here we go. Absolutely gorgeous, gooey cheese. Perfect. Perfect grilled cheese. Perfect for a nice fall day like today. Thanks guys for watching. Have a good day.